A personal brand is, in many ways, similar to a corporate brand. Is it who you are, what you stand for, the value you embrace, and the way in which you express those values? Developing a personal brand might sound challenging, but there are incremental steps you can take to build credibility in your field. Here are some tips to help you create an authentic personal brand portfolio, such as figure out who you are, define your audience, determine what you want to be known for, and many more. In order to build a personal brand that accurately reflects your personal and professional identity, you first need to know who you are, be introspective, and create a list of your personal strengths and weaknesses.
Before you start crafting your personal brand, you also need to determine who you're trying to reach. Is it other industry thought leaders, an individual at a particular company, recruiters? The sooner you define the audience, the easier it will be to craft your story because you will better understand the type of story you need to tell. For example, if your goal is to reach hiring managers and recruiters, you might start by creating or updating your LinkedIn profile. Why? Because 92% of recruiters leverage social media to find high-quality candidates, and of those 87% use LinkedIn. On the other hand, if you are a graphic designer trying to impress existing clientele and attract new customers, you might choose to tell your story via a personal website or portfolio, where you can better express your wide range of talents.
Embrace networking. As you cultivate your ideal personal brand, it's important to network regularly and effectively to grow your professional circle. Connect with peers and industry thought leaders by going to formal and informal networking events. The more connection you make and the more value you can provide in your interactions, the more likely it is your personal brand will be recognized. And considering 85% of all jobs are filled through networking, regularly attending this event will help you not only build your brand, but potentially advance your career too. At these events, don't be shy about asking fellow attendees to meet again for an informational interview or a casual coffee chat. And remember, if you don't get a chance to connect at the events, reach out via email to spark a conversation.
Your personal brand should not be a persona or even an invention, but when we talk about personal brand, it means that it should be authentically you. So, let us continue to the next tips and steps on how to develop personal brand portfolio, which is be authentic. By being authentic, you can figure out what makes you different, and you also can learn to embrace that uniqueness and use it to get people to pay attention and seek out your content over everyone else. In interaction, people want to interact with real people. So, in order to be a real person, you need to be yourself first. By being real, you can determine what you want your brand personality to be. Is it more casual, professional, quirky, or serious? Because the more authentic you make your personal brand, the more likely the visitors to your site will resonate with your message. As Oscar Wilde once said, be yourself because everyone else is taken.
Grow your online presence. One of the most important aspects of personal branding is making sure your online presence is engaging to hiring managers, co-workers, and others. With so many different social media tools available today, your online presence will likely look different depending on the medium you choose. While your story should match across all platforms, once you know where your targeted audience is mostly like to turn, you can redouble your efforts in telling your best story there. If you are having trouble finding content to share and want more insight into what's popular, search via social media hashtag, use news aggregator sites like Feedly, or sign up for Google Alerts. Then, don't be afraid to add your voice and make yourself visible in a discussion. This is especially true if you have unique insight and value to add. You also need to share content that you have written, to demonstrate industry expertise. Besides, you may also talk about your own achievement or engaging tidbits about your personal life. After all, social media is about individuals first.
Your personal brand value can be managed just as you manage a brand of a product or service. Brand value is all based on image of perception, an end-to-end experience, trust, and the promise of consistent value and an emotional connection and relationship. Brand really is about facts and emotion. It's about what you deliver and the emotional attribute associated with it. Determine your brand emphasize all your promise. Determine how to generate excitement in getting your personal brand out there. And never forget that every brand experience is a non-natural transaction.